Hip osteoarthritis is a degenerative joint disease that gradually wears down the cartilage that normally cushions the ball and socket joint of the hip. Hi, my name is Dr. Ashish Gupta, and I'm a board-certified orthopedic surgeon and fellowship-trained hip specialist practicing in Virginia. In hip osteoarthritis, the cartilage that supports the ball and socket joint of your hip becomes thin and damaged. Then the bones begin to rub against each other. The body tries to compensate by forming extra bone called osteophytes, and the bone beneath the cartilage becomes thicker and stiffer. Low-grade inflammation inside the joint can also happen. About 10% of people will develop hip osteoarthritis, and the condition becomes more and more common with age. Women are affected more often than men, especially after menopause, when bone and muscle changes accelerate. In today's video, we're going to talk about how hip osteoarthritis is diagnosed, treated, as well as what you can do to prevent it from happening. So how does hip osteoarthritis feel? And where does the pain show up? Pain from hip osteoarthritis usually begins in the groin or in the front of the thigh. Many patients naturally gesture the C sign. So they make a C with their hand and they cup it around their hip while placing the thumb deep into the groin to show where the pain hurts, and it's usually between their fingers. Early on, the pain shows up during activity, such as walking or after long periods of standing. Over time, the pain from hip osteoarthritis can become more unpredictable and may spread to the buttocks, knees, and even below the knee. Some describe it as a sharp or stabbing pain, while others feel a dull ache. Morning stiffness that lasts less than 30 minutes is very common, and symptoms often improve once the body warms up and starts moving. When hip osteoarthritis gets worse, everyday movements like squatting, climbing stairs, or sitting for long periods of time, especially with hips bent, can make pain worse. Unlike knee osteoarthritis, which often affects both knees, hip osteoarthritis is more commonly found on one side. So how do doctors diagnose hip osteoarthritis? Doctors begin with a physical exam. Pain triggered by moving the hip, especially rotating it inward or outward, suggests osteoarthritis. Certain movements, like squatting or internal rotation with hip flexion, can reproduce groin or hip pain and help confirm the diagnosis. Imaging such as X-rays can show classic signs, including joint space narrowing, which reflects loss of cartilage, and bone spurs called osteophytes. Because groin and thigh pain can come from many sources, these tests help identify when the hip joint itself is the problem. So what treatment options are available for hip osteoarthritis, and how do they help? Treatment begins with lifestyle and non-surgical methods. Exercise and physical therapy play a major role by strengthening surrounding muscles and improving joint stability and mobility. Weight management also helps because extra body weight increases stress on the hip. For pain control from hip osteoarthritis, oral nonsteroidal anti-inflammatories such as ibuprofen or naproxen have strong evidence for improving pain and function. Acetaminophen or Tylenol can also help, but the evidence for hip osteoarthritis specifically is limited, and most people will have better pain control and management with ibuprofen or naproxen. When inflammation flares in hip osteoarthritis and oral pain medication is not enough, corticosteroid injections can be done into the hip joint. This can give patients short-term relief. Hyaluronic acid injections are sometimes also used, but the research results for this treatment are mixed. When it comes to pain from hip osteoarthritis, the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons advises against using opioids, including tramadol, because their risks outweigh the benefits. When pain becomes severe and non-surgical treatments no longer help, total hip replacement is the most effective surgical option. More than 500,000 hip replacements are performed each year in the United States, and that number is expected to rise to more than 635,000 by 2030. While surgery can dramatically improve the quality of life, it does have risks like infection, dislocation, fracture during surgery, blood clots, or complications from anesthesia. Now let's get to the most important part. What can you do to reduce your chances of developing hip osteoarthritis or slow down the progression? When it comes to hip osteoarthritis, some things you cannot change, such as your age or genetics. But what you can do is maintain a healthy weight and do your best to avoid high impact injuries. You can also do exercises that strengthen the hip muscle around the joint and improve your flexibility. Women should be aware that hormonal changes during menopause can affect bone density and muscle strength, which may influence the development of hip osteoarthritis. Although no medications currently exist to stop the disease entirely, ongoing research is exploring treatments that target inflammation, bone remodeling, and pain pathways. Until then, the best approach is early recognition, active management, and choosing therapies that minimize harm while supporting long-term mobility and comfort. Hope you found this helpful. Remember to hit like and subscribe below, and I'll see you in a future video.